Oh, if we one at a time or?
These are flank.
Which one's
Thank you,
Of course,
man.
you can't
Need
be
it.
on mine.
That's right.
Okay, gotcha.
That's right. I appreciate it. Everybody ready? Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Southern Research's campus. It's an exciting day for Southern Research. Certainly, it's an exciting day for Birmingham. We are thrilled and honored to be one of among 31 regional tech hubs chosen throughout the country. And though Southern Research helped lead this application, it would be impossible without the vision and leadership of these two gentlemen on either side of me, but also the partnership of 23 public, private, and civic partners who really have been working on this not just for a few weeks or a few months, but a few years. In my mind, this is the culmination of a really great effort to make sure that the basic science research, which is world-renowned at UAB, is translated into jobs for members of our community who have too often been left behind by the changing economic tide. There is no money here yet. This was the equivalent of making the playoffs. So we've got a few more games to win before we win the championship. But we are really proud of our team, and we're excited about what's next. So with that, I'm opening it up for questions.
Don't forget Dr. Watts.
What is the timeline we're looking at here before we get to, as you say, the championship?
So it's my understanding that the U.S. Economic Development Administration and Department of Commerce is going to release the Phase 2 application either today or very soon, and we'll know a little bit more about when that's due. But our hope and anticipation is that we'll have a couple of months to put together a compelling application, building on what we've already done. There's a lot of excitement here to connect not just what's happening in Birmingham, but really around the state to folks who are interested in growing and being a part of the momentum here. I certainly believe that the redevelopment opportunity at Southtown, building on the capital investment momentum at UAB and Southern Research and others, has an opportunity to create jobs as well. And so we expect that there'll be plenty of time for us to think through how all this puts together, but none of those decisions have been made yet.
So you've had a chance now to look at who else is in this, so the other 30 cities. How do you think that we compare?
It's a great question. You know, Birmingham, and in my mind, Birmingham just needs to be the best version of Birmingham. We're not trying to be any other city, and I think that the assets that we have here are unique. You have one of the largest hospitals in America and a basic science research institution that's still young, but is doing almost $750 million of extramural research funding. You have a mayor whose vision is to build a truly inclusive economy, focusing on everything from public safety to social supports, supporting families at the earliest stages. And then you have Southern Research, which has, for 82 years, been a stalwart in developing drugs and creating medicines for the future. We think that combination of assets is really unique, and we also believe that we have the right team, but more importantly, we have the right alignment among leadership to go execute on those assets.
So I wouldn't dare make light of this at all, in terms of it being the Magic City, but it's like sprinkling more fairy dust, right? Magic City, right? Birmingham has the magic right now. What does that say to not only us, but to the people who continue to watch, with all of the development, with all of the great news that we're hearing in terms of economic opportunities?
Well, I think a lot of the momentum started when, especially in this area, when Birmingham landed the Good Jobs Challenge a few months ago, creating opportunities for 1,000 people, specifically women and minorities, who've often been left behind by economic changes, to get jobs in a growing economic industry. I think, you know, this is just a signal of what's to come. There's a lot of people committed to making sure that Birmingham's next era of economic prosperity happens, and I think we're just proud to be a part of it. I don't know if you want to fire questions at these two, too.
I'll make a comment.
Mr. Mayor, what's your reaction to being able to be in part of this number of 30 cities who are being considered for this opportunity?
Well, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to turn the mic over to Dr. Watts. One, I want to express my sincere appreciation and gratitude to the Biden-Harris administration. A lot has gone into this effort, and so I can't take this moment and not acknowledge my team at City Hall that has led this effort for us, Amelia Muller, as well as those in the economic development team, Coriate Hauser, and others. But I also want to thank Josh Carpenter, who leads Southern Research and his team for leading on this application, as well as Dr. Ray Watts and his entire team at UAB, and all the other partners, historically black colleges and universities in the state of Alabama, and other partners who make up this genuine public-private partnership, who we submitted this application. But the truth is, the real work begins today. As Dr. Carpenter said, this is the playoffs. We have a lot of work to do to actually land the funding. But the other part I want to say is very, very important, because I think you have to break down what this is about. And for me, it's twofold in its hand. It's twofold in its hand. In its hand, UAB and Southern Research is in the business of saving lives. And getting this designation and getting to this point, ushering more resources led by the federal government, but locally public-private, more dollars being at the table, takes Southern Research and UAB, and for that matter, the city of Birmingham, to the next level in saving lives as it relates to biotechnology, innovation, artificial intelligence, healthcare. And post-coronavirus, where personalized medicine is going, UAB and Southern Research will lead in that effort, period. But I also think, as it relates to saving lives, we want to be in the business of creating jobs and opportunity. And this designation accelerates that as well, particularly if we win out in the next phase and land those federal resources to maximize what we're doing locally. But I told you that's with this hand. In this hand here, we have to talk about how does equity look and how does an inclusive economy look. And I think from our application standpoint, when we talk about our HBCU partners, when we talk about our other public-private partners, we have something that I think is very unique. One, of those 30-plus cities that you mentioned, we're the only one in the Southeast. Two, our partners at the table, we're all leading with an equitable lens. I think that sets us apart as well. And so we are committed to the work of getting to the next phase, all right? We want to come back. We want y'all to come back, and we want to pop champagne bottles. But not in the sense of victory for victory's sake, but what this means in changing Birmingham's economy and changing our economic identity and the ability to increase the opportunity in saving lives and what it does for acceleration and growth of our community for citizens who live here and for those who want to be gainfully employed here. We're excited about that opportunity. Dr. Watts, don't let him ask another question. Jump up here.
Well, I want to speak to the excellence of our partnership and our alignment. We put together a very strong team. This isn't an accident. This wasn't thought of a few weeks or months ago. This is part of our plan to build Birmingham and Alabama into one of the biotech commercialization centers of the country. The work we'll do through this grant, and we will win the grants, we will be able to transform the care of our people based on their precision health. That is their genomics and their other data that relate to their risk factors and to their ability to respond to treatments. And this will be transformational for Birmingham and Alabama. And we believe that the biotechnology industry will be one of the very most important in the state of Alabama in the months and years to come. So we're excited about building a biomedical biotech innovation district here across the south side of Birmingham.
All right. Who's next?
And it isn't an accident that we have 7 cranes across our campus right now, building new research facilities that will be part of this transformation. Truly, it's exciting. Never been more exciting.
When the announcement is made, and quoting Dr. Watts, that we will win this grant, when are we going to start? When will that work actually start? When is this research going to start taking place?
I think it's conceivable within the next 12 months or so. Mm-hmm. And the research is already taking place. Right. I mean, we're building on what we've been building, a $750 million research enterprise, which puts us among the very best in the nation, and a hospital and healthcare system that's second to none. And we want to make that available to all Alabamians. That's what's really special about this project.
I would just say, the state government has pledged a considerable amount of money to the Altex Steisinger Genomics Building, to the new flagship building at Southern Research. The county government and the city government have also pledged funds and resources. In my mind, there's significant alignment around public and private partnership for this purpose. And the federal government saw that, and I think they're excited to build upon that. And we've applied for grants in the past and not gotten them, but that did not deter us from this vision. And I think that's what's exciting for us, is that the work that this grant would spark has already been ongoing, and we're not going to stop. This just accelerates our momentum.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.